Alright guys, and welcome to the start to finish. Today we're going to start to work on the mix for this track, and after we're done with the mix, we might decide to do a couple of tweaks here and there around depending on the mixing decisions. We might decide to layer a bass and whatnot and see what's going on there. So with that being said guys, we're going to actually start on the drop of the song, which is going to be here. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to organize a few of the little things I need to organize. For instance, the basses, I definitely want them to be in a group from the drop. So I think bass, one shot. We're going to group those, Command G. And these are my basses here. I might decide to compress them together. We'll see. But from there, we're going to start with the bass and the kick. That's always like the thing I like to start with the most, as this is what gives people the most issues. And I want to make sure at least they're sitting right, the kick and the bass. From here, I did use a compressor from Ableton, but I'm actually going to get rid of it because on the drop, it's not really needed. Okay, so yeah, let's just get the LFO tool to just be set up manually there. Turns on the drops and off on the break. There we go. Just fixing those little things first. There we go. From there, let's get the sidechain on the bass right. So if we can see here the kick that we're utilizing, it ends before we even reach that halfway mark. So I could probably tell the LFO tool to kind of move a bit more back because we want something that's going to be inverse to this guy. If I have a big sidechain, let's say like this, you can see that we lose a lot of power in the low end. So we want to make sure we allow the bass to fill as much as we can. So it's probably going to be somewhere around there. So we're going to go here. And I'm going to use an LFO tool on the kick as well, just to see what it's doing. We're not really going to mess with it. Just keep it up. But we're going to turn on this wave. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the lead for now. Once again. Once again. Motherfucking bass drop. Once again. Once again. Okay. On the other basses, I need to make sure I actually have LFO tool running on them, which on this one, Foreman one I do, but it's not a sidechain. It's more of a different vibe to it. So we're actually going to add that there as well. And the reason I'm doing separate ones is just due to the fact that I don't want to remove the audio too much, as this is just a volume automation that is occurring to it. So we'll see if we can mess with that. Yes, that's fine. Once again. Motherfucking bass drop. Okay, this guy's cool. I might decide to get rid of the lows on it. So we have something like so. And then maybe put in the lows from this guy if possible. And then let's see how that sounds like. Once again. Motherfucking bass. Motherfucking bass drop. That motherfucking bass drop. Once again. Okay, cool. Now with that there, let's work a little bit on this guy. So I'm going to saturate this guy just a little bit. I did buy a new plugin a while back on sale. It's called the Black Box, which is a saturator. I'm going to mess with it just to see if we can add anything to the bass. As I'm doing this, I want to make sure I'm looking at the volume of my bass as well, because I want to make sure that as I'm adding the saturation to the bass, which is going to be adding more upper harmonics, making it sound a little beefier, that it's not all volume. It's actually like you're feeling it rather than seeing the volume go up. So we'll see what we can do. When you saturate too, it sort of has like this compression effect. mess with these just for fun.
Back once again. Back on the
Okay, from there, let's add just a little bit of compression. I'll use the Pro C2 for this. Essentially, I want to look at the volume without sidechain first. There are a few jumps I want to get rid of, so we're gonna pull this down real fast. The key with the compression is you don't want it to latch on too long where it decreases the volume or it gives you gain reduction on the next coming notes. That is bad compression. We want it to essentially be a compression where it activates where we want it. The way you should see it, it's sort of like volume automation. If you want the bass to always have the same volume, then you can use compression instead of automating. So that's what compression is. Every time I explain it to people like that, it makes a little bit more sense to them. It's just volume automation. With your attack and release, you're kind of controlling that. However, there is a big but, because certain compressors give flavor to the sound. Some might saturate, some might give it a bit of a boost here or there. And that just comes, again, with the kind of compression you're using. Very popular, again, with the analog ones. A lot of people used to think, oh, analog compressors give it this extra flavor. And again, a lot of that could mean down to little imperfections in it on the way that it reacts to the signal. So you have a couple of different ones we can kind of utilize. But for now, we'll leave it at clean. I want to see this in a way like... My ratio 4:1. Yeah. You can kind of see it latches on a little longer. Let's give it a... Take it off just to see how it sounds like before and after.
fucking bass drop. Back once again. Back motherfucking back once again. Once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Back once again. Bass drop. Back once again. Back motherfucking back once again. Once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Back once again. Back motherfucking back once again. Fucking bass drop. Back once again. Back motherfucking back once again.
I'm messing here with the sound because I like that frequency I see there, because in low notes like D, that's what's going to give the bass more presence. But I'm looking at the sound design of the bass, like the resonance, to see where it's actually boosting. And I feel like, again, we had a high resonance here, so I'm lowering that down a bit, and this as well. So might go with that.
Back once again. Back motherfucking. Back once again. Motherfucking bass drop.
Gotta mess with this bass. Usually when you EQ and you're going to reduce, try to do minimal reduction like so. You don't want to kill the sound completely. And if you're going to boost, try and do more broader. See, that sound makes no sense in this. Mainly because when you hear the sound, that whistle-ish kind of sound really, you don't really need it. Like, people aren't going to hear that at all. So I kind of want to get rid of it. Okay, and let's see if we can bring that in somewhere, maybe a broader band boost. We'll leave it like that for now. Let's see, we got the... Maybe I'll be strict with this guy. Oversample anytime I do that. We don't really hear that. Yeah, so we might decide to go. Maybe we can boost it.
Fucking bass drop. Back once again. Back motherfucking. Back fucking bass. Back.
Let's see. Formats. It's not that important of a sound, so maybe we can widen it. Just the hots on it. Let's put the EQ right there. Another to kind of want that nasty.
Back fucking bass drop. Back once again. Fucking bass drop. Back once again. Back motherfucking. Back once again. Motherfucking bass drop. Back for that motherfucking bass drop.
Yeah, it might be too wide for what I.
Stop. Stop. Put that motherfucking bass drop. Back. Once again. Bass drop. Back. 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 That mother
Okay, I need to put the lead in now just to see how that sounds. So I go fast.
bass drop. Back. Once again. Back. Motherfucking. Back. Once again. Mother bass drop. Back. Once again. Back. Motherfucking. Back. Once again. Motherfucking bass drop.
Okay, we'll leave it as this for now. Come back to it later. Now let's work on the lead for a bit. So we're gonna cut out lows. Obviously, we don't need. You can see that this British crush is bringing all these lows back in.
Back. Once again. Back.
Okay, so we'll see what we can do with it. See cave drugs. We got reverb in there. I'll leave it like that for now. We might get rid of that EQ and add our own to it, but we'll see where it goes. But this one's going to be a little tougher to mess with, so let's see if we can push it maybe a little bit more or something. If we're going to do this.
Once again. Back. 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 Once again. Back. Once again. Back. Back. Once again. Back. Motherfucking. Back. Once again. Motherfucking bass drop. Back. Once again.
So I'm liking the way it's sounding. I'm working my way with it because in all honesty, this is a sound that we are running through reverb and then distorting heavily. So the thing is that reverb's creating this sort of plate vibe to it, which I like, but taming it is a whole other story. So I'm trying to be careful with that.
Once again.
that play with.
Once again, back. Once again, bass drop. Back. Back. Once again, back. Motherfucking back. Once again, back. Motherfucking back. Once again, back. Back. Once again, back. Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again, put that back once again. Back once again, put that back. Again, put that back once again. Put that motherfucking bass drop. Back once again. Back.
It's getting there, but in the stereo signal, there's something I'm not liking. It's a lot of work on this one. Let's see. We're gonna mid side EQ maybe. Let's get rid of the mono signal. Maybe we can.
Back once again, put that motherfucking bass drop. Back once again, back motherfucking back.
Okay, it's starting to sound good now. That's what was missing. Now I just gotta figure out maybe a little bit more mids here.
Back once again, put that motherfucking bass drop. Back once again, back motherfucking back once again, motherfucking bass drop. Back once again, back
Okay.
once again, put that motherfucking bass drop. Back once again, back motherfucking back once again, motherfucking bass drop.
Okay. Don't want to kill the stereo signal completely, so maybe we can use the 7. It's this shot here. So. All right, guys, so I'm going to end the video here. I still got a lot of work to do with that lead, but I'm liking the way it's sounding. There's still a couple of things I got to fine tune, so definitely a lot of work when it comes down to mixing, especially mixing stuff that's very experimental. But I hope that you guys are learning stuff as we go. The one thing that I didn't explain as well in this video, and I'll explain right now, has to come down to just the processing of this sound itself. As you can see, we have an EQ here, and then we have another EQ here, and then we have another EQ here. The reason we have it set up this way is first off, this guy, we don't want any of this low end really going into our distortion units, just due to the fact that we don't want to distort the bottom end of the sound. We want to distort the main meat of the sound, so that's where we use the EQ there. From there, we hit it with a British crunch, which is going to be doing heavy distortion, as you can see already. And then we're utilizing the Fat Filter Saturn 2 to add a bit of subtle tape. I always find tape helps in cleaning stuff up, especially if it's too high-endy. So we hit it with that, and we mess around with a little bit of this tone here. Now, seeing this Band 2 presence, maybe I might decide to bring that down a bit. That could be causing some of the issues that I'm hearing with the sound. But from there, we go to the right into Pro Q3 to reduce. If you're going to be doing heavy processing, it's better to saturate, go heavy, and then take away, subtract some of the nastiness that comes with this to keep the stuff that you actually want. From there, this EQ8 here, I'm starting to realize that the stereo signal is causing issues. So I'm trying to see if there's any way to salvage this sound via mid-side EQ. Side is obviously we're EQing the stereo signal, and then the mid, we're EQing the center signal. So the center sounds great. It's just more of the side signal that we're having issues with at the moment. With that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll continue this next time. You guys take care, and peace out.